everybody, so it's been a while since I've done an intro for one of my tutorials. Now, I filmed this tutorial, or this intro, so many times and I can't even explain. I just cannot speak today. I'm getting so tongue-tied, so fingers crossed I can get it done this time. I wanted to mention a couple things. First off, this is a Nina Dobrev inspired makeup tutorial, so I will have the inspirational picture linked off in the bottom bar, so you can go click the link and view the picture. Another thing I wanted to mention is when you do view the picture, if you view the picture, you will notice that she does have false lashes on. I don't have false lashes, so as far as the upper lash line, voluminous lashes look, I can't really recreate that. I tried by doing a very volumizing eyelash, but it doesn't really work for me because I have Asian lashes, so they do kind of stick straight or stick down depending on, what they're feeling for that day. So even though I did try to coat on a lot of mascara to get that type of look, it really isn't going to work for me. But if you do have false lashes, very natural lashes, you can apply those and it will give you the same effect that she has on. Everything else is exact the way that she has it on in the picture, other than the fact that she has false lashes on. Another thing I just wanted to quickly mention is I will be using my e.l.f. Eyes Lips Face 100 Colors palette, so you will see a very inexpensive way to create a celebrity look. Now, I wanted to mention though that if you do have a deeper skin tone or if you have a lighter skin tone, you will have to change up the actual shades of the browns that I use just to kind of more complement your skin tone, just because the tone that I have on may be a little bit dark for lighter skin tones, or it may be a little bit too light for deeper skin tones, so you will have to change that up. Keep the browns fairly warm tone and it will work good to recreate this look on whatever skin tone you have, because Nina Dobrev normally has very warm tone shadows. Now, I didn't actually point to each and every shadow that I used in this palette just because I feel like it would benefit you all and be a little bit easier than holding up this palette every time I want to show you guys a color, if I just mention and describe the color instead of actually showing you guys, and then maybe just in the intro or in the outro just show you guys the palette that I use, so you guys, if you have the palette, can just go through and pick the colors that you want to use. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you want to see how to get it, just keep on watching. To start off this look, I'm taking a very light goldeny shimmer shadow with a flat shader brush, and I'm just applying that onto my lid. And then I'm taking a skin tone color, you want it to be a very matte skin tone color, and apply it right on top of that shadow to give us the texture that we want. It will create more of a satin texture instead of a very frosty or a very matte texture. The next step in the look is just to take a light brown shadow. I actually mixed two. You can use whichever shadow you have and just apply it into your crease. With a blending brush, just lightly buff out the edges so that you don't see any harsh lines. With a more medium brown, I'm just going to apply it directly into the outer half of my crease and then again connect it to my lower lash line in the outer V. I noticed that when Nina Dobrev wears her eyes, it just kind of looks more upturned. So to create that more winged out upturned look, I'm actually just going to blend my shadow, not in a round shape, but in more of a cat eye shape. But you again want to keep the outside edges very soft. You don't want it to be too noticeable. Lastly, with a dark brown shadow, I'm applying it just on the outer half again, and again connecting it in my crease, just to build up the color. Again, just softly blend it out. On another blending brush, I'm just taking a light peachy nude and applying this underneath my brow to further blend and to highlight my brow bone. For Nina Dobrev, I noticed that she doesn't wear a lot of black liner underneath her eyes and in her waterline, but she does line her under lash line with a little bit of a dark brown shadow. So I'm just taking a small pencil brush and lining it with the darkest brown that I used in my crease. Depending on your skin tone, the browns will change, but just the darkest brown you used. For the inner corner highlight, I'm just going to take a very frosty, warm golden color. And then you can take your shader brush or blending brush and just lightly buff it out so it's not too harsh. But again, you want it to be fairly shimmery since that's what Nina Dobrev normally wears. For the eyeliner, I really wanted to show how her lashes normally upturn and give her more of like a cat eye elongated shape. But I don't have false lashes to use, which she normally does use, I believe, individual false lashes, because it doesn't look like it's a full strip of lashes, but you can tell that it is a little bit fuller than her natural lash. So what I'm going to do is use eyeliner to kind of create that effect. I'm taking a gel liner onto a small brush, and what I'm going to do is thickly apply it to the outer edge. You want to start mainly on the outer corners, so that the most product is deposited there. And then very thinly go towards the inner corners. I stopped about 3/4 of the way through. I wouldn't recommend going all the way in since she normally has a very highlighted inner corner of her eye. So keeping the eyeliner on, say, the outer 2/3 or the outer half would work better. Again, just depending on your eye shape. If you have larger eyes, you might be able to go in a little bit further. But for my eyes, I'm just going to keep it to the outer 2/3. With a small blending brush, I'm just going to lightly buff out the color. And again, on the outer corner, just kind of flick it up as you blend. It's not going to create a prominent wing, but it will give your eyes the appearance of a more upturned, elongated look. So just blend out your whole lash line. Okay, so off camera, I just cleaned up my eyeshadow follow, and I also applied a soft white kohl pencil into my waterline, since Nina Dobrev normally doesn't wear black in her waterline. And now, since we're not using the individual false lashes, I'm going to just curl my lashes as good as I can, really get a nice curl. And then apply a very volumizing mascara to your upper and lower lashes. And the eyes are done. I'm just going to apply my foundation, then I'll be right back to show you the rest of the look. For the foundation, today I went with a pretty high coverage foundation since I'm breaking out a little bit, and Nina Dobrev normally has fairly flawless skin. For the cheeks, I noticed that she has like a peachy pink cheek that's very prominent and gives her a very nice glow with a subtle highlight and then a nude rosy lip gloss. Now the lip gloss, I'm not exactly sure what she's wearing, but one that I found that is almost exact to the one that is in the picture. Again, I will have a link in the bottom bar to the picture of the inspiration for this makeup, but the lip gloss I use is Watermelon by e.l.f. and it's one of their super glossy lip shines, and it's so similar to the lip gloss that she has on that I would say it's almost exact. So if you like the lip gloss she has on and you can't figure out what she's actually wearing, this is a very good dupe for what she has on. For the blush, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to mix two. I'm first going to take this one right here from my Coastal Scent 6 Color Contour and Blush Palette and apply this to my cheeks just like I normally would, just to give a very slight peachy glow. And then I notice she has more of a deep pink, so I'm going to take this pink right up top, more of a deep rosy color, very little, and apply it mainly to the bottoms and the back of your cheekbone, just because you want that glow from the lighter blush to really peek through, but add a little dimension and depth with a darker blush. And then for the highlight, I'm actually going to mix two again. I'm going to mix the yellow tone powder and the white powder onto just a flat foundation brush. And again, apply this very lightly to the top of your cheekbone. And I notice she does seem fairly highlighted here in the inner corner. She does have a little bit of a lighter powder, I believe, just on the inner portion to blend out the blush. And then if you wanted, she doesn't normally have a very prominent bronzer or contour, but you can take your blush brush, very lightly dip it into the contour, and slightly define your cheeks with it just to give more of definition to the blush shade. You don't want it to be super prominent to where it shows up really dark. You want it to just be a slight shading to give the blush a little bit more like pop. So that's pretty much it for this Nina Dobrev inspired look. I hope you guys enjoyed. that's the finished look. And if you have any questions or any requests for any other celebrity inspired makeup, just leave me a comment below, or you can send me a picture if there's a specific look on a celebrity that you would like me to recreate, and email that to me at dollypop23@gmail.com. I hope you guys enjoyed again, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everybody.